Hey guys, it's been a while since I made a video. Quite timely, so I thought I'll share some of the conversation that I've been having with my clients with regards to the tariff, of course, and how it could potentially impact them. So my general thought is this: look, buying a property in Singapore is always a midterm kind of a thing. We're talking about 3 to maybe 7, 8 years, right? Why 3 to 7, 8 years? Well, SSD, private apartments. You buy, there's SSD for 3 years, right? Unless you're willing to sell and pay the SSD. So that's another thing altogether. And then if you buy a HDB, you're talking about 5 years of MOP. So nicely fit into the whole midterm kind of timeline. We're not taking a very short-term look at this market at all, right? And of course, in the longer term, like they say, the market is not made in the longer term. The market is made in the short term, mid term. So from a short term perspective, that's where all the volatility happens. But in the case of Singapore, and peculiar to us, with our loan to value in place, with our total debt service ratio in place, our ABSDs in place, I think Singaporean by and large are still very prudent group of purchaser buyers, be it whether it's for investment or real estate. I think we are not highly leveraged, we're not geared up to do crazy things. Okay, so throughout the conversation, of course, I was sharing data with them. Of course, if you need to see all this data, please just drop me a DM. I'm happy to share them with you and go through with you on your plan. So most of my clients definitely have the buffer or the reserve funds that's required to tie them through something very short term, right? Like to overcome the market volatility, be it whether it's a 12-month or 18 months reserve. Okay, so that is for the short term, and they're confident enough that this will tie them through and then move on and move ahead with their plans. So that's what I think. There's nobody has a magic ball, nobody has a crystal ball, nobody knows what's going to happen next. But I think with the information provided, with the information that we have right now, it's all about making very prudent choices. On that note, well, over the weekend, Bloomsbury and One Marina Garden launch. I think One Marina Garden sold about 37%, and Bloomsbury sold about 27-28%. So that's quite a healthy number. People are still coming into the market. Whether or not those are the properties they are looking for, an entirely different story. Okay, so this is what is happening. And on the other note, actually, I'm kind of looking forward to 3 new projects that's launching. The one in Springleaf, that's 940 units. That's quite interesting. Quite a decent bid price that is happening. The second one is the Zion Road one. Wow, that one also quite interesting. There's a long stay apartment kind of thing going on. 400 units, I think, and then another 700 units of private residential on Zion Road, right next to Great World City. I thought that would be quite interesting play. And then the next one will be the one at around Queenstown area, Margaret Drive. Yeah, Margaret Drive. That plot of land was bidded and was actually cheaper than some outskirt land. So that could be an interesting play as well. Well, that's it for now. If you need anything related to property, hit me up. Let me know. Till then, I'll see you next time.